What's up guys, Foisy here, and in today's video I'm starting the first episode of a new installment I'm doing on my channel called Fish Rescue. So I know a lot of people in the fish community, and sometimes people reach out to me with ponds that they are closing out, whether it be that they sold their house or a relative passed away, or they have too many fish, or maybe the pond has a leak. Many different scenarios where people are just looking to give their fish a new home. And I've probably done about 10 or 15 of these fish pickups in the last year to 2 years, but I never thought to kind of record and document them till now. So I'm going to kind of do these fish rescue episodes every time I pick up a new batch of fish, and I'm going to explain the situation and show you guys what I got. So I just picked up a batch of 9 very large koi from southern Boston from somebody who was selling their home, and the house was going to fall under new ownership, but not for a year. So the pond would be unattended for a year, and the water was already very green and somewhat unhealthy when I arrived. We got all the fish out, and a couple of them are looking kind of sick, so I'll show you guys each fish one by one and give you guys their measurements. But before I did that, I just wanted to show you guys one of my 2 quarantine tanks. I have another one just like this as well for the sick fish, and this one right here is for the fish that are in okay looking condition. And I have air stones set up to an air pump. It's a 300-gallon IBC tote that I cut the top off of, and they'll stay in here for a week or 2 so I can closely observe them. And out of this new batch, I've noticed about 6 of them look very healthy, and 3 of them have signs of illness. So 3 of them will go in the sick tank, 6 of them will go in the clean tank, and they'll each spend time in there getting whatever treatment they need and getting some salt treatment as well. So moving on to the first fish, this is by far the largest of the group at 27 inches. It's a standard fin, and I'm not going to even attempt to give you guys the breeds out of any of these because I'm not very good at identifying the breeds of these koi. But this one by far is the big man. He has a very large head, very healthy looking, and if I had to guess, I'd say probably a male because his body's pretty streamlined. Koi number 2 comes in at about 23 inches, and this one has a bit more girth to the body. I believe it's probably a female, maybe with some eggs still in her. Some really nice silver color with a little bit of almost yellowish orange undertone. You can see it a lot towards the back and on the forehead a little bit. And I like the look of this one. I like how shiny those silver fins are. And this one is also a standard fin and very healthy looking. Koi number 3 is one of my favorites because of this little marking on the forehead. This little red marking. It's almost like a T shape, and it goes from eye to eye, and it's pretty symmetrical. It's pretty good looking, but the reason I like it is because it adds character and it's pretty unique and it stands out. And this one's also very healthy looking, standard fin, 23 inches, same size as the last one. And I know this one's a female because I've actually already seen her letting out some of her eggs in one of the holding tanks. Koi number 4 is the smallest of the bunch at 15 inches. And this one's probably one of my least favorite. There's nothing really special about this one to me. It's kind of like a mutt. It has kind of some speckling and a color that I'm not too fond of, kind of like a light orange. I don't really like the color that much, but it is very healthy looking, which is a very good thing. And it's very active. This one has a lot of energy. And the next koi is a little bit bigger at 18 inches. And this one has some really nice red color. It's the only red one out of the bunch. And it has like a little scar on its forehead that kind of gives it a unique look. The scar doesn't look recent, it looks like it's a pretty old scar. Koi number 6 has some pretty decent size at 20 inches, but you can tell that this one's extremely skinny, and I'm hoping to bulk this one up because that body is a little skinnier than I'd like. And the fins are kind of weird looking, they're a little bit pointed too. I don't know if that's like a deformity or an old injury, but this one has these little black speckles on her, or him, and they appear to be birthmarks. I've taken a close look at them, and they're not any type of infection or disease or fluke. They're just these like little black birthmarks. And koi number 7 is actually what I believe to be is like this one's twin. They must be siblings from the same batch, because this one's the same exact size. This one's also on the skinnier side, same exact color, and this one also has the little black birthmarks in pretty much the same areas, towards the tail, on the back end, and a little bit towards the head. And this one is going in the sick tank because you can see in some of the shots there's a red mark behind the right hand side gill, and I think a little bit on the left hand side too, so some type of infection going on there, and I'm gonna have to treat this one for, I don't even know what it is yet. I'm gonna have to look into it a bit further, but all the fins seem to be in pretty good condition. Koi number 8 is only 23 inches, but she's the fattest out of all the koi, and she's full of eggs right now as well, and she's been leaking eggs everywhere. But unfortunately, her tail has extensive damage. There's an infection that was eating away at her tail in her previous pond, and I'm going to have to put her in the sick tank and heavily medicate her and add her to a salt treatment as well, and hopefully we can get that tail infection to stop so that she can begin healing. And I don't know, I'm hoping within like a month or two she'll be in a much better place and start healing and have a good portion of that tail back, but that's pretty optimistic. It's probably going to take her a while to regrow all of that. And koi number 9 is the only butterfly out of the group, and she's one of my favorites because of her color. Unlike those other two yellowish ones, she is a pure white color. There's not really any yellow to her, and I love that a lot. But unfortunately, she has some issues of her own. She has a little tail infection and these big spots on her tail and a little ulcer on the top of her. So she has a whole number of problems, and I might even have to treat her for multiple diseases here. And she's going to have to do a lot of healing before she can go in with everybody else. But I really do like her color, and I love getting butterfly koi, so I really hope that she makes it and heals okay. And that's pretty much all for this this first episode of Fish Rescue. You can see I got 6 healthy ones and 3 sick ones here, and all very good sized koi, beautiful color. And I really hope to bring you guys more episodes of this from different pond cleanouts and different tank closeouts that I go to where I pick up people's fish and give them a nice new home. Now what I do with these fish is some of them go into my home. I have a lot of big ponds, and some of them will live on my residence, and others I will give to people that I know that have ponds that have a lot of vacant space for them. And every now and then I'll sell one to get some money for new filtration setups and stuff like that. So that's what I do with all these fish, and I hope to bring you guys more great episodes. Let me know if you think you can identify any of these breeds down in the comments below, or what you guys thought of the episode. And as always guys, thank you for watching from Foisy.